Bet you didn't see this. If we prosecute everyone, the system will collapse. Let me be super clear about why that statement should make your blood boil. Because if the system collapses when criminals are held accountable, then what you're actually saying is that the system is built on protecting criminals. That is not stability. We're not keeping stability by not prosecuting. That's called rot, deep-rooted rot. And when someone in power says that out loud, they are not warning you, they are confessing. It's an admission that accountability is considered more dangerous than the crimes themselves, and that should terrify you. When Pam Bondi says something like that, the Attorney General, what she's really saying is this: we know what's in these files, and we're afraid of what happens if we follow the law. Think about how backwards that is. The justice system does not exist to preserve itself. It exists to enforce the law. And if enforcing the law causes collapse, then collapse isn't the problem, corruption is. And that's why I'm done with this left versus right bullshit. Because these files did not just appear. They existed before this administration. They existed under multiple administrations. They were known, they were held, and nobody acted. That's not a party failure. That's power protecting power. So stop with this, oh, aren't you upset now that you voted for Trump? First off, shut the fuck up. Here's why so many people don't want to engage with this. Because accepting it means that realizing that the guardrails aren't real, that the referees aren't neutral, and the system you were told would protect the innocent prioritizes its own survival instead. That realization breaks people, so they cope, and they just blame the other side. They gotta have somebody to point fingers out. They call it exaggerated. They tell themselves it doesn't matter, but it does. This is exactly why I said what I said in the last video. Once you accept that institutions can know about evil and choose silence, you understand why denial is everywhere. Because the alternative forces you to stop outsourcing morality. It forces you to grow up fat. And that's where this conversation actually needs to go. I mean, here's the part that nobody wants to say out loud. If the system collapses under accountability, then the system was never there to protect you in the first place. So if it fails, you don't get to keep pretending somebody else is gonna fix it. You don't get to wait for the next election. And you don't get to outsource responsibility anymore. You have to turn inward because that's all you have left. Your character, your discipline, your family, your circle. There's an old truth that keeps repeating itself. Hard times create strong men. But let me be clear, we are not in hard times yet. But if the system collapses, hard times are what comes next. And you have a choice. You can wait to be forged by chaos, or you can walk into hard times already strong. Because the men who survive what's coming next are not created overnight. They are built beforehand, brick by brick. And it is far past time for men to be men. Not ego, I'm not talking about posturing, and not loudmouth bullshit. Strength and discipline and accountability. Men who can regulate themselves when there's no referee. Men who protect instead of consume, and men who build instead of complain. Because when institutions fail, civilization doesn't get rebuilt by slogans. It gets rebuilt by men who can carry weight. And that's why a few of us are starting something called the Modern Exodus. It is not political. It is not anti-society. It is men choosing to step away from decay and toward responsibility. Local groups, real conversations, training the mind, the body, the finances, the spirit, men holding other men to a higher standard when nobody else will. Because if the system won't enforce goodness, then we will, together. If this resonates with you, comment Exodus and I will send you all the info. There's no hype, there's no bullshit. You might as well look at it. This is just men deciding not to rot with everything else.